Alright, today we got a free-for-all on Twin Rivers. 6 players, all doing their own crazy whatever have you. This is sent in by Bloatier over here, going Aeon. I'm going to just go through the list here real quick. Fight, or Space Unicorn 2100. I don't know him by any other name. Not going to bother to check. Astral Kangaroo 1900s. We got a lot of pros here. Nothing less than 1800, and even then, that's pretty fucking high. Got Zlo down here. We got Ithilus over here, and my balls. I'm not even going to comment. So, all 6 of these players, as you can see, they're only themselves. Every single one of them is by themselves, which will make for some interesting gameplay. It's a very unique style. I mean, you got a lot of 3v3s here and here and what have you, but when you stick players who are just really good at this game, have a lot of situational awareness, and set them up like this, I mean, yeah, the odds are against them, but it's like just seeing what they're going to do, see how they take care of it, and how they adapt to their surroundings, if you will. It's a very fascinating match. Or matchup. I haven't watched this, actually. But, nonetheless, just the difference in how the game is played when every player is for themselves. It's like engineers and Mantis working together there, the engineer reclaiming said Mantis. I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to keep it on +4 for just a little while while things just get settled, people build their bases a little bit, get their first and second factories up. I'll slow it down a bit. Actually, I'm going to have to slow it down a lot really soon. I imagine I'm going to have to take care of, what, 6 different players' actions? I mean, yeah, let's slow it down to +1. Over here we have one of the most annoying mods in all of FFA, where they take high-rated players and make them have emotions. As we all know, they don't. Over here, we got another naming mod. It's quite interesting. I'm not even going to bother to wait and see what other names show up there, but no matter. So for the first side drop, we got Astral Kangaroo way up here. Or way down here. I don't know. Doesn't matter. First one to make any play for the sides. We've got some more scouting over on this side, but otherwise, got one engineer going to make a distance build up top here, but so far no plays have been made for any other islands. We've got a bomber here. Let's see if they, let's see, what is this? What does Zlo know? Well, he knows they're there, but I'm sure he's got a lot of other things to worry about, too. Yeah, he's not entirely concerned about that as right yet. Right now, I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, you've got one player here who wants to kill you, one player here who wants to kill you, you don't really have a whole lot of intel on it. I mean, no one does. But that's the point, is that anything can happen right now, and they don't know what's going to happen. They only know so much. Okay, this factory got up, which means he's going to have a decent foothold on it, but at the same time, his engineers are probably going to go down. It's not entirely worth his time, I guess, to micro all that stuff. I mean, maybe it is, if he can manage to stave off this drop and various other things, but he's got a couple Sky Slammers up. They change up to ground fire. They might be able to get something done. Looks like that's exactly what he's doing. It's a great thing about Cybern T1. Oh, now he's bringing in more stuff. Good stuff. Meanwhile, up here, who's that? That is Space Unicorn, who's making a real push on... I'm going to slow things down even further. He's making a real good push on Bloatier's base. There's a lot of walls going up, and that makes sense. You gotta get your flank points as much as possible when everything around you is trying to kill you. Okay, so Astral Kangaroo definitely has this island by now. The only one who gives half a shit about this one is Space Unicorn. Alright. And he seems to be set up to be a very aggressive, very expansionist player. I imagine he's going to do pretty well this game. Save that if he doesn't get too aggressive, he doesn't get too cocky, but we'll see. Got another drop down here. I don't believe it's going to amount to a whole bunch. Meanwhile, up top, okay, this is being scouted by Orange down here at Ithilus. What he's going to do about it, I don't know. Maybe he's just going to make up his mind after he scouts it. It's the best way to go about doing that, right? Got this one lonely green engine, green mantis going all the way after Space Unicorn. Lovely. Meanwhile, Bloodier under quite a bit of pressure. Building up PD, trying to give himself some extra DPS in this area. Otherwise, he's already down into the yellow. He's really not doing so hot. Could charge with his ACU at this point, but it might prove a bit much. Hard to say. I think Bloodier will be fine though. Maybe. We'll see. Really depends on who's going to end up getting this reclaim field once everything's said and done. Oh, and you're walking back? Oh boy. You're more ballsy than I thought. Okay, meanwhile, we just got tanks sitting here. There's not a whole lot of micro coming out of this. Not a whole lot of engineers or anything going anti-air. Yeah, it's just... I guess on one hand that's useful, but a bomber really would make all the difference there, would. But I suppose he has more things to worry about. Meanwhile, up here, Astral Kangaroo is more than happy to just tech up and do what he needs to do, secure this island even further. As for the further game goes on, the less secure it will be if he does nothing. And Bloodier, you're walking back to a fully... Oh, it's not really full anymore, is it? Well, you're walking back in that position, in that state? Well, you know, you're a ballsier man than I am. No doubt about it. I would have probably run away into the water by now. But he's doing what he can to save face, no doubt about it. He's in a tight spot. I wonder maybe if anyone else is going to try and take the initiative here. Maybe Astral Kangaroo is going to try and... That's the great thing about this. Like, you're seeing two of your enemies go at it, and you're like, okay, well, now you're safe, right? You have the ability to just wait and watch your enemies get weaker, and you just... Well, you know what I'm getting at, right? You pick the opportune moment to strike. Whether or not you're just sitting back trying to turtle up, tech up, because that's all you can do when you're 5 versus 1, more or less. I mean, they're all fighting each other, but you do have to kill 5 people in this match, or at least all 5 other people need to die, and that's kind of the mindset you have to work with. A lot of jester play, but not a whole lot has been done with these jesters. I don't know what anyone else sees of this. Not a whole lot. I don't know. There's a deceiver out, so there's clearly that Phyllis here is playing the stealthy game, trying to deny any intel he can, and that's probably the best thing you can do when you have all your enemies trying to get a leg up on you. It's like an enemy of my enemy thing. See, like even right now, Astral Kangaroo sees an opportunity to strike. I'm not really sure what he intends to accomplish with this, but maybe he imagines that keeping Bloodier alive for now will help him stay alive, because, I mean, if Space Unicorn or Bloodier win their side and one of them kills the other, then they're just going to get 2 bases here unless he can do something about it. And if he gets 2 bases, yeah, he can just focus all that over on Astral Kangaroo, and I know I'm focusing way too much on the top side, but the bottom side really isn't doing a whole lot. I mean, now it's starting to get a little interesting, getting some airplay out there, but they're just teching up a lot more. I imagine late game this is going to get very interesting. Meanwhile, this battle continues. Looks like Bloodier's getting the... I don't know, is he getting the better of it? 3,000 reclaim as opposed to about 4,000? Okay, so maybe not. But at least he's doing something. He's not, you know, completely succumbing to the fate of his base getting knocked over, or at least part of it anyway. I mean, he's clearly on the back foot, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do in this kind of situation? I mean, from his perspective, obviously all he can do is try and defend, but... Oh boy. I'm not really sure what the thought process at this point is. Does he want Bloodier dead? I assume he does. Or does he want him to just be, like, beaten to a pulp? I don't know. Because if Bloodier dies, that might open the door for, you know, these guys to Speak of the devil, eh? Now it looks like everyone's trying to get a piece of this action, get a piece of the cake. It looks like, I don't know. Lodier may end up having a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a pickle to deal with here. Looks like Phyllis is finally entering into the expansionist realm. Took advantage of Space Unicorn's lack of being able to micro over on this island. Was able to take it for himself with just a couple of T2 units, some air. Now he controls that side. See how that works out for him. Meanwhile, nobody's even contested Astro Kangaroo ever since Slow didn't get that island. Now we got some gestures coming in after Bloater. Oh, this is just a bad time for him. I mean, they're walking into his base. His unit production is matched. And now you have the other enemies, the enemies of my enemies, if you will, not being your friend. Speed it up maybe +1, see what... This ability... Oh, fire beetles. Oh, boy. Fire beetle fail. That's a hard thing to see. Come on, you could have killed him. Could have lived. Would have blown up these units, too. That's why I'm not entirely convinced that he's trying to kill off Bloatia. I can't really tell what they're thinking in this game, to be honest with you. I can only guess. That's the beauty of it. Love these irregular kind of games where, you know, it's not just, you know, fight the Southwest or fight the Northeast, as these would be if they were on team games, and it's just trying to fight your way down to the back and trying to overpower your opponent. This is a game that requires a lot more thought, and holy shit. Pardon my language. There's a lot of anti-air here. It's not being particularly useful, but I don't know what happened to Zlow's gestures, where he could finish him off right here and now, but that wouldn't really be ideal for him either, because he wouldn't be able to get this base. Huh. More fire beetles. I gotta keep my eye on that. Just try and not forget it. But there's a lot of inties here. Any transport that gets loaded. What does Zlo see of that? Absolutely nothing. How about balls here? Balls, you know, you might get kind of an idea. Need to get back into this. Okay. Astral Kangaroo, not doing a whole lot again. Just more teching, more... He's going T2 on his comm. Allies? You have no allies. Ah, boy. Ah, boy. So, what have you done? Looks like he barely got out of there, maybe? Oh. Oh, boy. That's gonna be a close one. Slow's engineers deciding to just do away with these walls and wants nothing to do with it. Okay, so we'll probably get that one off, but I don't think he's gonna get that off. Nope, not happening. Lack of intel, I think. No. Okay. Wait, he doesn't even have anything to drop. Okay. Well, anyway. Moving on. He's already got T3. He's got trebuchets out. That's why nothing else has been showing up. He's went straight to T3 land. Meanwhile, up here, we still have some more Viper spam. They're trying to range their bases, I guess. We can soften these two up as much as you can without actually killing them. Yeah, I guess killing anybody early on will cause a massive issue. Because then it just becomes a fight for that land. And I guess that's kind of... Am I wrong to assume that's how real wars are fought? It's like multiple teams, multiple countries, if you will. I don't know. It's not just a 1v1 kind of thing. It's not just a, you know, an even match, top versus bottom, or left versus right. Anyway, some TMD going up for Bloater. It looks like he's probably going to survive this one for a while longer. Nothing seems to be trying to kill him as of yet. Although Zlo is doing his damnedest. Meanwhile, these walls go up in a very slow and very interesting fashion. I'm assuming they're just a quick drag build. More walls, better walls. I don't know. How much does that cost? 2 per wall. How many walls does he have? It's a lot of walls. I keep saying the word walls. Can't tell. How many walls are there? 360. Okay. Good stuff. So now we get more NML, the range span. Let's see, are there any attack launchers? I don't know, just the MMLs maybe? Get T3 land out for Astro Kangaroo. What's going on down here? There's finally something happening. Balls is getting trebucheted by Slow, who's finally had enough of his vulgar words and names and colors. And Phyllis having the same plan, but only on the T2 stage. It's a lot of MML fire. A lot of Cyber, too. Am I wrong to assume, let's see, how many were there? I was going to say, 4. There are 4. All Cybern down here, which makes for interesting, you know, intel bits. Still T1 Nexus down here, and over here we have a bit of bigger investment into that side with a T2 Nexus. Still got some T1, but it's only now being upgraded, of course. So the investment on the bottom right is not exactly progressing very fast or very hard. It could actually be taken out a little bit easier than Athilles' side, who cares a little more about it by the looks of his investment inside it. That way he can, when this eventually goes to bits, I bet. I don't know. Or until he wins. I mean, he has that option to just retreat to this island that's really well defended. I mean, I don't know. Anything could happen, right? We can call this Germany, and we call this Argentina in case he actually ends up getting shot out of there. I don't see much of a counter for this trebuchet fire. I mean, what do we have, like? Well, we got trebuchets of their own, but they're not really making a whole lot of progress. Loyalists defending against any potential invaders there. Minimal PD. Jeez, bloody. Walls much? Walls forever. What is space getting? Well, if his name says much, I assume it's going to be a Rambocom. Okay, you just got T2, so I'm very wrong about that. No, not entirely. Nano, gun, T2. That is something to be reckoned with. It's got 26,000 HP. Yeah. That thing can push pretty hard. Easily T3.5. It's like an SACU. Got Brick coming out. Not a whole lot that Space Unicorn can do. Actually, this thing could stand to take out the entire base if he's not careful. He can't even see it either. Good work with the Deceiver. God, I love this. This is just fantastic. That's the difference between noob turtling and pro turtling. Be surprised which one's a bit more effective. Meanwhile, the siege of pink continues. Maybe this is more the siege of green, I don't know. My semantics are a bit off today. Anyway. Got MMLs firing upon the cliff. Ah, the height map, the cursed height map. I don't even know if he realizes that that's the case. Probably not. I too hate cliffs. I wish they would die. That's why I like to fire my weapons at it too. Alright, gets good overcharge in there. 2 kills, 1 brick, 1 loyalist. Gonna get this next one here in a second. One hell of a shot. Well, that reminds me, how is this brick doing? 25 kills. I don't see this stopping anytime soon. Do you not know what's there? You've got to know what's there. Well, I mean, depending on your micro. How much damage do these things do to a command? So 28,000, 400, 500, I guess. This is a fantastic combo. I gotta try that out sometime. I mean, it might work a bit better in a free-for-all, seeing as the intel for everybody is a bit scattered. I I assume nobody here has Omni yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna check. Oh boy. I mean, he'll get out of this, no problem, but definitely take a beating in the process. Would have killed any other commander. He's already lost like 15,000 HP. He's being hit by... Oh boy, here's just the fire beetles. Let's see if I can... see what we miss here. Oh boy. Oh, I missed. And I missed that too. That's what I get. I mean, you can't blame me though. I did see fire beetles. That's usually a sign of imminent action. So, on one hand, I apologize for missing that, but... come on, I had my reasons. Anyway, this brick, all the way from the top right, ignores its two primary enemies here, the two closest to him, and goes straight after Phyllis. Fascinating. What does he even know about this place? Not a whole lot. Lost a Deceiver? You gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess he took too much. That's what I get for doing that too. At this point, I wonder if I should even continue casting this. I've already missed 2 deaths. Ah well, you get what you paid for. Anyway, so we got some TML up here. Let's see, what's the range on that? So basically nothing. You can basically hit 0 things with that. I mean, I get that he built them before Space Unicorn died, but still. That range is the outer edge of all their bases. Basically, if anything large wants to try and take this, he can more or less deny that. You know, he can fire at these guys right here. I mean, probably miss, but... so I guess it's not the worst decision to make. Although I doubt that was his original intention, was to deny additional expansions here. Well, maybe it was. Anyway. So at this point, Astral Kangaroo capitalizing on these deaths, or at least this one death, getting as much reclaim, getting as many mexes up as he possibly can. I'd say he's in a really good position to win this one, but it's not nearly over yet. He still has 3 enemies. I mean, they all do. And they're all up to their own crazy antics. Now, Bloater's making miasma. He's got a decent turtle shield going here. And Astral Kangaroo's lack of artillery pushes over the last 25 minutes hasn't exactly hurt Bloater too much. But, oh, and I guess that's probably the reason for it. RK the Monkey Lord is coming online. And I guess he can afford it. I mean, he's got, you know, that side. He hasn't really been pushed a whole lot on this side. He basically just decided to tech up the whole match. Which, if you can defend yourself and tech up, I mean, that's how you're going to win this one. But without intel, I mean, it's decent. The great thing about this is that there's no intel. Or very little intel. Getting a T1 radar up is just going to cover your base, but getting a T2 one is what you need to cover your, you know, close enemies here. What is this? T2 covers, yeah, just over that. But early on was fascinating. I would have liked to have seen more early aggression, but generally early aggression will punish you if you end up doing that. And I mean, you're hurting one person. The rest of them will see that, you know, it's like, hey, look, now they're both weak, because instead of putting that into your eco, you put that into early harassment. And like Space Unicorn, if they had just not attacked each other, they could have, you know, teched up, and that's, I want to say it's solid reasoning, but that's some reasoning some people use. I mean, look at Bloater, for instance. He's got more walls than he knows what to do with. I mean, granted, he nearly died in the process, but you see the people with walls, the people who decided to keep themselves alive at all costs instead of being aggressive. Now they're still alive. And they're not doing half bad. So Monkey Lord here almost finished. There's a Megalith up there. Where the hell did that Monkey Lord go? He's just going to ignore Bloater entirely. What does he see here, though? Everything, more or less. Okay. Not the best place for Megalith, seeing as you only have, what, one shield up, and he's got T3 already on you. Might have wanted to build that a bit further back, wherever the Monkey Lord was built, but that is neither in the here nor there. Meanwhile, these two can't seem to get a grip on this bottom area. A lot of T3 artillery fire. I mean, sure, that's all said and good, but I mean, once the other enemies get more aggressive, artillery will not be the way to go. It's hard to say. This is a lot of things you have to do, and I'm not going to claim to know what to do. Just got to make sure you can hold off whatever anyone else can throw at you. And we'll see how this goes. I assume that the Monkey Lord, yeah, the Monkey Lord, this is going to be close. And the Monkey Lord is going to town. That thing's going to bet. And Phyllis is probably going to lose his comm trying to get this up. Oh, no. Oh, no. It hurts. Really hurts. Like, as a Cybern apologist, I'm in pain by this. Alright, good. You're up and running at 1/5 of your health. Good luck. What, are you just gonna ignore it? Okay. This is gonna make for even more interesting battles. Oh yeah, jesters. I love my T1 on T4. That microwave blade. I love everything about this. Run. Oh boy. Here we go. Behold the true power of the Cerberus turret. And the ASF. Jeez. Oh boy. He didn't even get the artillery. And now Zlo has the wreck. I imagine that Phyllis would want to reclaim his own Monkey Lord. Really not going to do a whole lot of good on... Well, maybe not. I guess you got to use what you have, right? Bring it back, you reclaim it, you build another one with it. But, whatever. I guess if he takes his guard off that, though, it's, he leaves his base pretty open. I mean, does everyone else know that he has a Monkey Lord up? Of course he does. What about Slow? That's the important one here. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. He hasn't really let on that he has a Monkey Lord. And it's not like anyone else would tell anybody else. They're all enemies. Shields on top of shields on top of serenities. That's how you do it, no doubt. That is some good stuff. And these guys going on Ras. Yeah, these three could just push up over here. That would do a hell of a lot of damage. SACUs are powerful bastards. I mean, I get doing for the eco, but that's more power than people realize. Three SACUs? Hell, the Seraphim ones can take down a chicken. No problem. You have all three of them clumped together, they all overcharge it. You probably won't even lose a single SACU to that. I mean, I don't think that Cybern ones have overcharge, but still, I mean, they're powerful units, nonetheless. Ah, T1 bombers. I never get sick of T1 bombers. People don't realize just how useful they are in all situations. If you just get them in squadrons, you can actually do a lot of damage. Oh boy, now we got some T4 on T4. And what kind of intel does... maybe that stealth field generator was doing it? I don't know. It seemed like he wasn't firing all he could have. And that's the beauty of it too. Incredibly fast build speeds. Ah, that was just a mistake. Well, maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna eat my words. And then I'm probably gonna eat shit for what I just said, too. All this wreckage. Hello, dear. You came back from this with a vengeance. And now you have two T3 wrecks. Or T4 wrecks, rather. And a whole base. Yeah. Wait, are we about to see Jester's take down? No, probably not. This Monkey Lord's been walking around on, like, almost no health. Maybe the health of a T2 unit. I don't know why he's not reclaiming it, but then again, it's not like he has a whole lot of options right now. I think Zlow's got the better of him here. But in the long run, I don't see him beating Bloatier. He's just got too much mass to work with. I'm gonna speed this up again. And then again, he's got a Monkey Lord to work with. This could become very interesting. I don't think Athilus is going to make it very long. Alright, maybe he will. That's right. My foresight came true, eh? He did move to his island. He's got a nuke launcher and everything. He did retreat from the homeland. He doesn't care about this anymore, so maybe he does stand a chance. Very interesting chance, too. I mean, he's got this island over here, while these two will probably fight each other over that. So the free-for-all is not entirely over, not in any sense of the word. But yeah, Zlo will end up taking this, Bloatier will end up taking this. I wonder who's going to go for this side island. Be really I'd love to see Athilus go for the side, just get the side island here, just for posterity. Or whatever the real word might be. So you could have like the island player and then these two guys who are fighting, you know, more or less a 1v1. I don't know. I like this idea. Unfortunately, I don't think Athilus is going to find his way to the other side of the map. No, sir. Not with all these NTs, all these... Is there ASFs on either side? Oh, there's a Tsar. Yep. That is definitely a disc. Got a defensive GC standing here. Probably going to wait until the Tsar's finished. Good thinking, if that is the case. Athilus making a raiding party. PD creeps. All that good stuff. Let's see how much Bloatier is paying attention to it. Well, doesn't know a whole lot. Could be an SACU for all he knows. But that's good thinking. I like it. You know, it's maybe he could have done a little better to keep these two underneath it, but you know, just for additional stealth. But that is again neither here nor there, and that's also you know, that's hindsight for you too. Like, I can see it, so I know it, but you can't just know this stuff when it's happening, not entirely. I don't want to give off the impression that I'm actually smart and know how to play this game well. Well, anyway. Let's take a look at this Tsar as it decides to divert my attention, while I'm gonna guess I'm gonna probably miss another death. Go figure, right? Alright, GC walking to... What the... Is that like a template or something? You think a crazy template of T1 PD, or... No, you just clicked it. And I did miss another death. But yeah. Maybe if I can foreshadow me not missing the final death, that'd be great. Because I think my track record's what, 0 for 4 now? Man, I am doing a great job.
Strategic launch detected.
Hashtag worst caster, but then again, you get what you paid for. Oh, let's see what happens here. This could be an entirely new game changer. Because Athilus is going to need to get back on the main island if he's going to get anywhere. Oh, that was his calm right there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, so... Bloateer's base has been blown to bits, but he still has... Oh, he's still got quite a decent amount of stuff lying around. He's got ARAS, which is helping his energy. He's got more mass in form of reclaim than he knows what to do with. He's currently... Like, look at that. And look at that. And also, just look. In general, there's a lot of stuff. Ah... Harbinger. Just... Ugh. Nasty little peckers. Phyllis, I swear, if you're going for teleportation, or maybe it's just the mazer, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But if you're going for that strategy, excuse me. Let me take a drink here for a second. But if you're going for that strategy, I think you've realized the futility of your situation. Speed this up. I doubt much is going to happen for a little while. Let's see how the reclaim values are. Bloateer, 90,000. That's more mass than he knows what to do with. Athilus, a little bit less. 25,000. No eco to even mention. How do the other guys do it? 46,000 for Slow, 30,000 for Kangaroo, 3,000 for Balls, and about 8,000 for Unicorn. Of course, that makes sense. I mean, the more people who die, the more reclaim there will be. So it makes sense that Balls wouldn't have any, or hardly any reclaim, seeing as he died first. But yeah, what is he already got one donut up? Just gonna get, see, GC over here, donut there. He's just playing hectic with these T4s, eh? Getting a T2 transport up. I'm ever so curious and ever so more curious to see how he decides to try and play this one. Oh, that's not where he's going at all. Beautifully placed SMD, or TMD rather. Looks like what, 4 kills, 5 kills, and 5 kills from these guys. Not really sure from what. I'm gonna guess they each got 1 mechs and it's a surrounding storage. Did they kill storage? I can't remember. If attack missiles kill storage or not. I think they do. But no matter. By the looks of it, I'm guessing that he's going... Oh. Alright. Next nuke from Phyllis. Alright. I'm going to slow things down here. Gotta figure out a couple things. One, I'm assuming that this comm, Rambo comm, is going to be transported over to this island in some form or another, if you can manage to do that. Don't know how you're going to manage to do that, but best of luck to whatever plan you have if it doesn't get killed by a nuke. Another SACU, so that's not as... What the... Are you serious? Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, it's more situational awareness than I've seen in a long time. Going straight for the... I mean, like, there wasn't even any nuke defense in here. Let's see, what else could he have hit? If he had hit on top of the SACU, that would have gone down. All these engines would have gone down. Maybe the Tsar? No, probably not. Would have been nicked, but wouldn't have been killed. This guy would have been able to continue finishing it, so it wouldn't have been a huge loss. Any other decent targets of opportunity, say for his comm? Not really. I mean, you nuke anywhere in the base. It's gonna do some damage, but is it gonna, amount to anything? And at this eco of Bloateers, I just don't think it's gonna, any single nuke that doesn't kill is calm. Speaking of which, I think the whole battle's just gonna, go right here. This will be interesting. Ah, yes. The how fast can you build a torpedo launcher battle? Honestly, I kind of just wish you wouldn't even build solaces or anything like that, or just leave it as is. This would just be fun to watch, if there were no other units involved. I always like watching this kind of stuff, you gotta... how one comm behave, or these comms behave when they have to, fight each other in the water. Gotta build things to shoot at them. I love it. I assume ground fire is the thing for these guys. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's over. Wow, way to just ruin the cinematic experience, Bloateer. I thought that would have been, interesting. Come on. I mean, I know you found a way to win, so good on you, but come on. Have a little bit of sporadic interest. But no matter. Played really well. All 6 of them, no matter. Or, if I can get my words straight, all 6 of them played really well. And especially Bloateer, who came back from the brink of defeat to own the entire island here. I mean, it's not easy to do. Any free-for-all, the odds are against you. So this was a very fascinating game to watch. I imagine it was even more fascinating to play. I'm kind of intrigued to play some more irregular kind of style maps. It makes for, just a unique experience. Until then, next time.